making sure that every memory lasted, sat carefully upon specially crafted wooden shelving units, all fixed in rows by my dad. Okay, I wasn't very hip as a kid. And of course my friends gave me lip, but now I'm old enough to admit just how much these geographically specific, fake stitching bits meant to a strange bookish girl. There's the one from the day trip in Farming World in 1994. It had a pig on it. Where the first boyfriend I had held my hand and my heart fell right through the Arriva coach floor. Or the one from Pembroke in Wales, which I got on sale because it had a chip. And all you collectors in the room know you shouldn't buy it if it's not perfect. But there wasn't a chance in hell I would leave it, no way. This one was from the Crystal Maze family theme park and has Richard O'Brien's face on it. And the rule about perfection, it's outweighed by the enigmatic value it might add to the collection. You know it's true. And the rule about... Oh, that's how I did that. I never liked the one from New York. It felt like a lie because I hadn't been, and we all know that you can only get thimbles from places you've seen. Because otherwise, that's just strange. They're supposed to be a whimsical symbol of weekend stays in mouldy caravans, not a cynical reminder of aspirational global destinations you only get to on planes. I mean, I'll admit, I was desperate to buy one on vacation in Zante, but didn't because my nan kept going on at me, you see. This one had the coastline of Alicante, which isn't even Greek. And we all know that if the place of purchase doesn't match the location, it makes you a cheat. I'd lost my way, become slack in selection, choosing ubiquity over meeting the brief. So when I got back, I knew the time had come to build a manifesto so that other people, like my mum, would know the plan we needed to keep my collection on track. I wouldn't accept them on birthdays. Merging your thimbles with another person's was almost the worst way. Nothing bigger than 2 inches tall, and the porcelain, it needs to be thin, no more than a maximum of 3 millimetres around the rim. And if it doesn't go on the ring finger, it's considered too small. And I'll stop buying those that are encased in a tiny plastic dome. As I stood alone in my room, staring at my tiny porcelain friends, I realised it had to end. There's no thimble that could meet my ever-expanding brief. I was in a post-childhood, hormone-driven, thimble-come-down hysteria. And besides, my affection was waning since I'd met a boy in year 10 and I knew my obsession was shameful. I needed to think about my obsessive behaviour in case James Michaels could come over. It's not an understatement to say my attention was refocused. And on Saturday, if I put my thimble away, I had an inkling that if I was lucky, I'd get my first finger in. So, ever since then, they've been hidden up in the loft, and I'd almost forgotten them, couldn't even be sure that I really owned them, until a recent weekend break in Lake Windermere, where at nearly 30 I'd seen one whilst peering through the dirty glass of a run-down shop, and I stopped. My heart rate was up, just my luck. Next page. Had I finally spotted the one that would start me off again? Should I finish off that final row of the final shelf, put carefully up by my dad? Maybe this time I could buy in moderation, keep control of my temptation, and even start collecting again.